Everyone, regardless of their role at OAR, pitches in to help the clients we serve. On one particular day, several years ago, all of our case managers were busy working with clients, and I was helping to cover the front desk. Two guys walked in together into the OAR lobby. It was immediately obvious that one of the two gentlemen was really struggling. There were clear mental and physical challenges. Every part of navigating our world must have been hard for this man. But at least he had someone with him to offer assistance. I greeted both men and asked how OAR could help. The man helping the other responded first. We'll call him James. James said that his friend, we'll call him Mike, was just released from jail and needed help. After a little back and forth, it was determined that Mike had a safe place to go. He could return to his mom's house. But he needed help getting there, and he needed a few other things. Mike hadn't eaten since breakfast in jail about 10 hours ago. Breakfast is served early at the jail. Mike had clothing on that didn't fit properly and wasn't clean. He had a cheap pair of jail-issued flip-flops and was terribly disheveled. OAR keeps an assortment of donations for this exact type of situation. I put together some clean clothing, shoes, a toiletry pack, and an assortment of snacks for Mike. Mike said he knew how the buses worked, and if he had bus fare, he could get to his mom's house. James looked at me and said, "Don't worry, I'll help him get on the bus." Mike went to the restroom to change, and I went to print out a bus itinerary and get some bus tokens. When I returned to the front desk, Mike had returned from the bathroom. He looked good. The clothing we offered fit well, and he had used some of the toiletry items to clean up and comb his hair. The struggle of the world didn't appear unsurmountable anymore. He now looked like he belonged. He wasn't able to bend over well enough to tie his shoes, but James was helping him with that. I gave Mike the bus information, some bus tokens, and a backpack to carry his belongings. He left the OAR office with James, and I wished them well. 10 or 15 minutes later, James returned to the lobby of our office. I asked if he had forgotten something. "No," he said. "I was just released this morning too. Can you get me home to Manassas?" You see, I didn't realize it, but James met Mike a few hours earlier when they were both being processed out of the jail. He knew Mike would need some help. He made sure he got to OAR, got some basic necessities, and helped Mike get on the bus. After all of that, he asked for the help he needed. OAR exists for people like Mike and James. The people in our local jails are our neighbors. They are our friends. They are our brothers and our sisters. They are us. They all have value. They have worth. And they have the ability to show empathy for others. Perhaps, as a community, we should offer some of that empathy in return. You know that all people have value. Please make a generous donation in support of the OAR mission this holiday season.